Here's my review of the Collective Minds Strike Pack FPS Dominator. Or just a Strike Pack as I call it, you know. It's basically a SCUF-like controller adapter thing for your PS4. And it only costs like a fraction of the price. It's like $40. I think SCUFs are like $200 or more. So, and it works just as good, if not better. Like these paddles take a cue from the Xbox Elite controller, and they're placed naturally. So, like, they feel really good. And like the click, like you don't have to press it hard at all. It's like just barely. I would say I do have an Xbox Elite controller, so I can compare them a little bit. It takes a little bit more pressure to press these, which is good in my opinion, because you can get accidental presses with the Elite controller. So Jesus Christ! Fuck. Alright, this is my review of the Collective Minds Strike Pack FPS Dominator. It's basically a SCUF-like adapter for your PS4 controller. Closer look at it. Just hooks onto the back of your PS4 controller, like so. Oh, it helps if you undo that. This is the unit itself. It is wired only. Like if you unplug this, you can still use the, like you unplug that, it's still on the controller. You can still use your controller, but the Strike Pack functionality is gone from it. So it's basically wired only. And it works really well. It's a SCUF-like I said, it only costs $40 on Amazon. I think SCUFs are like, I haven't really checked the price lately, but last time I checked, there's like $200 or something. Very good feel, like when you click the button. Like, it doesn't take much to activate it. Yeah. I would say it takes a little bit more to activate it than, say, an Xbox Elite controller. With those, you can get accidental button presses because it's so easy to tap them. It's like you just barely rub your finger on it, and it actuates it. But with this, it just takes just a hair more pressure to activate it. It works really good. To map buttons to the paddles, all you have to do is, and that's what it's actually most like, is the Xbox Elite controller. To map the paddles, like, has these little buttons up here above the paddles. So right there, you can see that one. So you press that, hold it, and let's say I want to map this one to the circle button. You press that, let go, and you're set. It's mapped. I would map the right paddle to the X button. That's how I have mine set up. So I don't have to take my thumbstick off the thumbstick to jump. I just press the paddle instead. Works pretty good. And let's say if in Black Ops 3, if you wanted to map let's say like the specialist ability, I have to press both of these at the same time. Instead of doing that, all you'd have to do is, let's say you want to map that to the left paddle. You just press and hold that, and then you'd press both of these, and your specialist ability, which has 2 buttons, you can map it just to that paddle, and it'll actuate it for you. And yeah, that's pretty much the main features that I used on this. It has, it's called a mod pack. You can see on the box, and it has different classes. It has like 8 different lights here that light up. Tells you which one you're on. So I'll look in the book here and tell you all the different stuff that it has. Let's see. Alright, so rapid fire, optimized rapid fire adjustable, pulse rapid fire, I don't know the difference. Let's see, burst fire, optimized jitter, anti-recoil, which really seems cheaty. Quick scope, I don't know, I don't know how that really works. Auto hold breath, auto sprint, double jump, so like you press a button once and it'll double jump instead of having to press it 2 or 3 times. Let's see, auto spot, that's for Battlefield, and hair triggers, which is nice. Let's see, that's about it. Yeah, and I did test those out to try them out, and they work fine. Like, I did try it in a game, but I felt dirty every time I used like those mods, so I was like, nah, I'll just use the paddles for, the buttons. And let me see oh yeah, one thing of note that I don't like about this controller adapter is the USB cable. It's like a specialized one. It's like inset, as you can see. Like this sticks out, and then this part actually goes. See, like sticks out right there a little bit, and this part goes in further. So, oh shit! Turned on my controller. And that can be a problem, because it's a specialized cable, and if this breaks, which mine did, you're basically have to rely on Amazon to refund you for it, or like get a new mod pack, because I tried contacting the company, and it says they have like a 1-year warranty on their products. I tried contacting them twice, and they wouldn't return my emails. Like, I registered the product, went through their website, did everything I was supposed to. Nope, they wouldn't contact me back. So I just returned it to Amazon and got another strike pack. And this cable is working fine, but like if you do get this, just make sure you don't like kink the cable up, or wind your cable up too much, because the bends are what create the bad connection. Let's see. You can make your own cable, kind of. Like I had this micro USB cable laying around, and I just took the grinder to it. Did a little modification. Almost did a little too much there, as you can see. That's what you have to do to get it to fit. Like a standard micro USB cable will not fit on this mod pack. But I wanted it to be right, so, I just returned it and got the actual cable that goes to it. This is my Frankensteiner cable. But, yeah, that's, oh yeah, and this controller adapter, it has updates, so you just hook it up to your computer, and, you have to go to the website, collectiveminds.ca or whatever, and, you can update it from there, download the firmware and all that shit. And, if you're not, it's kind of weird when you use this thing, because you have to access the different mods or whatever, you have to press left on the D-pad, and then wait till your light bar lights up a certain color, and then you can switch it and stuff, and you switch it with the face buttons on the controller. But if you don't want to do any of that, they have an app that's available on their website, and you can set your controller up the way you want it, with the mods that you want it, and with the paddles mapped the way you want them, so you don't even have to mess with these two buttons back here if you don't want to. You can just do it on the app, and it's pretty easy to set up that way. It's more intuitive, actually. And there is there's one more thing. There's a mod mode, and there's a tournament mode. I think to switch between the two, you press and hold these two buttons back here, and press and hold for a few seconds, and it'll switch modes for you. That's about all I wanted to mention as far as features and, stuff like that. I'd give it about a 7 or 8 out of 10. As far as value goes, I think it holds a lot of value, because you consider how much a SCUF controller costs. $200, and their build quality, I hear about people having to return those, get them fixed, and it's just shitty. If this breaks, well, it says it has a 1-year warranty, but I wasn't able to contact the company, so I don't think they're really good for it, but it's only $40, so you could just buy another one and still be in better shape than if you had to get another SCUF controller. So, and it works well, so I'm happy with it. I like it. I'd say get it. The only thing you gotta watch out for is the stupid cable thing, and as I showed, you can make your own. Just takes a little bit of grinding on the grinder. So, yep. That's my review of the FPS Dominator Strike Pack thing. Yeah. Pretty good product. I like it. Talk to you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the review.